Is Google Ads actually a waste of money? Well, to be honest with you, that's going to come down to three main things. First, it's going to come down to, are you wasting your own money on Google Ads? What do I mean by that? Yeah, Google Ads is obviously a waste of money if you're running ads wrong, right? So if you're spending 5, 10,000, or heck, even like 500 or 1,000 bucks a month on Google Ads, and all of that is going to relevant search terms, display network, search party networks, just things that you shouldn't be spending money on. In other words, you're running Google Ads wrong. Then yeah, Google Ads is certainly going to be considered a waste of money, but not because Google Ads is a waste of money, but it's because you don't have the proper setup, the proper targeting, or all in all, you're the reason you're wasting money on Google Ads. That's the first reason, and that's something we can assess together. Now, the second reason Google Ads could be considered a waste of money is simply because your take home profit or your margins or whatever just don't make sense or are not suitable for the cost per acquisition on Google Ads, right? So if your cost per acquisition on Google Ads on average is going to be around 40 or 50 bucks for whatever it is you're doing or selling, but your take home is only like 60, 70, 80 bucks, which is a pretty rare occurrence. Your margins are so low you can't run Google Ads, but it happens, it exists, and in that situation, Google Ads too would be considered not profitable for one, but certainly a waste of money, right? Same thing with e-commerce, right? If you're selling like $10 products on e-commerce on your online store, I can confidently say you should not be running Google Ads because you're probably going to pay more than $10 to get a sale. In other words, you're going to pay more than your cost per acquisition, or sorry, you're going to pay. I can't explain it well. Your cost per acquisition is going to be higher than your actual cost of goods. So yeah, in that situation, Google Ads is a waste of money. And the same thing goes for some service-based companies, right? Like car detailing is a great example. Now, I actually have worked with a couple car detailers, and it does work well because of LTV, like lifetime customer value. But for some detailers who maybe charge, I don't know, 50, 60 bucks to wash a car, you may be paying that exact same amount to get the lead. So technically it's a break even and you're not making any money, but you could also make the argument that there's a lifetime customer value. So again, that's kind of up to you, but generally speaking, that would be number two why Google Ads is considered a waste of money in that scenario. Now, number three, where Google Ads can be considered a waste of money is honestly if you just don't have enough budget or you don't have a competitive budget for your market, your audience, or whatever it is, right? So, good example. If you're a painting company and you come to me and say, hey, look, I want to spend 500 bucks a month on Google Ads, I'm going to be honest with you. $500 a month on Google is not enough to see results as a painting company. You're not going to get any leads, or if you do, maybe get like one or two leads. But 500 bucks a month is not a competitive budget for that niche in this landscape on Google Ads, right? Now, if you're spending 3,000, 4,000 a month as a painting company on Google, yeah, you're going to have great results, assuming everything is set up properly. You'll do fine. But if you're spending like 200 bucks, 100 bucks, 300 bucks, 500 bucks, no. You have to have a suitable budget that's competitive enough to run Google Ads and actually see results and give things time to cook and marinate. So Google Ads would be considered a waste of money saying you don't have the budget, right? Obviously, if you're a painting company or whatever niche you want to plug in here as an example, and you run Google Ads on a very low budget and don't see results, you're certainly going to determine that it's a waste of money, that you wasted your money on it. But in reality, it's not that Google Ads is a waste of money. It's just that you didn't have a competitive budget to start with when you ran Google Ads. So all in all, is Google Ads a waste of money? No, it's not a waste of money. I mean, it definitely comes down to the scenario you're in, who you are, what your business is, what your budget is. There's a lot of factors that go in here, but Google Ads is not a waste of money at all when you do it right and you have a proper budget to actually run Google Ads for. Now, if you're trying to figure out, A, what should my budget be, and two, how do I actually run Google Ads properly? I have many videos that one break down how to run, set up, optimize, and launch your Google Ads properly. And then I do also have another specific video for how to determine your Google Ads monthly budget based on like the cost per click, your niche, your industry, and all that good stuff. So I'll be sure to link a couple of those videos here in the description. Go ahead and check those out. In the meantime, if you have any specific Google Ad questions you want to know, comment below and I'll make a dedicated video for it. And I really appreciate it. Thank you.